Day 18 of 365, Genesis 35, Genesis 36, and Psalm 18.
God said to Jacob, "Arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there. Make an altar there, the God who appeared to you when you fled from your brother Esau." So Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, "Put away the foreign gods that are among you, and purify yourselves and change your garments. Then let us arise and go up to Bethel, so that I may make there an altar to the God who answers me in the day of my distress, and has been with me whenever I have gone." So they gave to Jacob all the foreign gods that they had, and the rings that were in their ears. Jacob hid them under the terebinth tree that was near Shechem. And as they journeyed, a terror from God fell upon the city that were around them, so that they did not pursue the sons of Jacob. And Jacob came to Luz, that is Bethel, which is in the land of Canaan, he and all the people who were with him. And there he built an altar and called the place El Bethel, because there God had revealed himself to him when he fled from his brother. And Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried under the oak below Bethel. So he called its name Alon Bakuth. God appeared to Jacob again when he came from Padan Aram, and blessed him. And God said to him, "Your name is Jacob. No longer shall your name be called Jacob, but Israel shall be your name." So he called his name Israel. And God said to him, I come from you. I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall come from you, and kings shall come from your own body. The land that I gave Abraham and Isaac I will give to you, and I will give the land to your offspring after you. Then God went up from him in the place where he had spoken with him, and Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he had spoken with him, a pillar of stone. He poured out a drink offering on it, and poured oil on it. So Jacob called the name of the place where God had spoken with him Bethel. The death of Rachel and Isaac. Then they journeyed from Bethel when they were still some distance from Ephrath. Rachel went into labor, and she had hard labor. And when her labor was at its hardest, the midwife said to her, "Do not fear, for you have another son." And as her soul was departing, for she was dying, she called his name Benoni. But his father called him Benjamin. So Rachel died, and she was buried on the way to Ephrath, that is Bethlehem. And Jacob set up a pillar over her tomb. It is the pillar of Rachel's tomb, which is there in the day. Israel journeyed on and pitched his tent beyond the tower of Eder. When Israel lived in the land, Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Israel heard of it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12, the sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's servant, Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's servant, Gad and Asher. They were the sons of Jacob who were born to him in Padan Aram. And Jacob came to his father Isaac at Mamre, or Kinnereth Arba, that is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had sojourned. Now the days of Isaac were 180 years, and Isaac breathed his last breath, and he died, and was gathered to his people, old and full of days. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him.
36 has a bunch of names, so we're going to read it from the Bible app.
This is the account of the descendants of Esau, also known as Edom. Esau married two young women from Canaan, Adah, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Aholibamah, the daughter of Adah and granddaughter of Zibeon the Hivite. He also married his cousin Basemath, who was the daughter of Ishmael and the sister of Nebaioth. Adah gave birth to a son named Eliphaz for Esau. Basemath gave birth to a son named Reuel. Aholibamah gave birth to sons named Jeush, Jalem, and Korah. All these sons were born to Esau in the land of Canaan. Esau took his wives, his children, and his entire household, along with his livestock and cattle, all the wealth he had acquired in the land of Canaan, and moved away from his brother Jacob. There was not enough land to support them both because of all the livestock and possessions they had acquired. So Esau, also known as Edom, settled in the hill country of Seir. This is the account of Esau's descendants, the Edomites, who lived in the hill country of Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, the son of Esau's wife Adah, and Reuel, the son of Esau's wife Basemath. The descendants of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. Timnah, the concubine of Esau's son Eliphaz, gave birth to a son named Amalek. These are the descendants of Esau's wife Adah. The descendants of Reuel were Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These are the descendants of Esau's wife Basemath. Esau also had sons through Aholibamah, the daughter of Adah and granddaughter of Zibeon. Their names were Jeush, Jalem, and Korah. These are the descendants of Esau who became the leaders of various clans. The descendants of Esau's oldest son Eliphaz became the leaders of the clans of Teman, Omar, Zepho, Kenaz, Korah, Gatam, and Amalek. These are the clan leaders in the land of Edom who descended from Eliphaz. All these were descendants of Esau's wife Adah. The descendants of Esau's son Reuel became the leaders of the clans of Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These are the clan leaders in the land of Edom who descended from Reuel. All these were descendants of Esau's wife Basemath. The descendants of Esau and his wife Aholibamah became the leaders of the clans of Jeush, Jalem, and Korah. These are the clan leaders who descended from Esau's wife Aholibamah, the daughter of Adah. These are the clans descended from Esau, also known as Edom, identified by their clan leaders. Original peoples of Edom. These are the names of the tribes that descended from Seir the Horite. They lived in the land of Edom: Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, Dishan, Ezer, and Dishan. These were the Horite clan leaders, the descendants of Seir, who lived in the land of Edom. The descendants of Lotan were Horai and Heman. Lotan also had a sister named Timnah. The descendants of Shobal were Aldan, Menahath, Ebal, Shepho, and Onem. The descendants of Zibeon were Ea and Anah. This is the Ea who discovered the hot springs in the wilderness while he was raising his father's donkeys. The descendants of Anah were his son Dishan and his daughter Aholibamah. The descendants of Dishan were Hemdan, Eshban, Ithran, and Kiran. The descendants of Ezer were Bilhan, Zavan, and Dehan. The descendants of Dishan were Uz and Aaron. So these were the leaders of the Horite clans: Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, Anah, Dishan, Ezer, and Dishan. The Horite clans are named after their clan leaders who lived in the land of Seir. Rulers of Edom. These are the kings who ruled in the land of Edom before any king ruled over the Israelites. Bela, son of Beor, who ruled in Edom from the city of Nineveh. After Bela died, Jobab, son of Zerah, from Basra, became king in his place. After Jobab died, Husham from the land of the Temanites became king in his place. After Husham died, Hadad, son of Bedad, became king in his place and ruled from the city of Aleph. He was the one who defeated the Midianites in the land of Moab. After Hadad died, Samlah from the city of Masrekah became king in his place. After Samlah died, Shaul from the city of Rehoboth on the river became king in his place. After Shaul died, Baal-Hanan, son of Akbor, became king in his place. After Baal-Hanan, son of Akbor died, Hadad became king in his place and ruled from the city of Boah. Hadad's wife was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred and granddaughter of Mezahab. These are the names of the leaders of the clans descended from Esau who lived in the places named for them: Timnah, Alva, Jetheth, Aholibamah, Elah, Pinnah, Kenaz, Teman, Mibzar, Magdil, and Iram. These are the leaders of the clans of Edom, listed according to their settlements in the land they occupied. They all descended from Esau, the ancestor of the Edomites.
Psalm 18.
I love you, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God, my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, and I am saved from his enemies. The cords of death encompass me. The torrents of destruction assailed me. The cords of Sheol entangle me. The snares of death comfort me. In my distress, I call upon the Lord. To my God, I cried for help. From his temple, he heard my voice, and my cry to him reached his ears. Then the earth reeled and rocked. The foundations also of the mountains trembled and quaked because he was angry. Smoke went up from his nostrils and devouring fire from his mouth. Glowing coals flamed forth from him. He bowed the heavens and came down. Thick darkness was under his feet. He rode on a cherub and flew. He came swiftly on the wings of the wind. He made darkness his covering, his canopy around him. Thick clouds, dark with water. Out of the brightness before him, hailstorms, the coals of fire broke through the clouds. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the Most High uttered his voice. Hailstorms and coals of fire. He sent out his arrows and scattered them. He flashed forth lightnings and routed them. Then the channels of the sea were seen, and the foundations of the world were laid bare. At your rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of the breath of his nostrils. He sent from on high, he took me. He drew me out of many waters. He rescued me from the strong enemy and from those who hated me, for they were too mighty for me. They confronted me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my support. He brought me into a broad place. He rescued me because he delighted in me. The Lord dwelt with me according to my righteousness. According to the cleanness of my hands, he rewarded me. For I had kept the ways of the Lord, and I had not wickedly departed from my God. For all his rules were before me, and his statutes I did not put away from me. I am blameless before him, and I kept myself from my guilt. So the Lord has rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his sight. With the merciful you show yourself merciful. With the blameless man you show yourself blameless. With the purified you show yourself pure. And with the crooked you make yourself seem torturous. For you save a humble people, but the haughty eyes you bring down. For it is you who light my lamp. The Lord my God lightens my darkness. For by you I can run against a troop, and by my God I can leap over a wall. This God, his way is perfect. The words of the Lord proves true. He is a shield for all those who take refuge in him. For who is God but the Lord? And who is a rock except our God? The God who equipped me with strength and made my way blameless. He made my feet like the water of a deer, and he set me secure on the heights. He trains my hands for war, so that my arm can bend a bow of bronze. You have given me the shield of your salvation, and your right hand supported me, and your gentleness made me great. You gave a wide place for my steps under me, and my feet did not slip. I pursued my enemies and overtook them, and did not turn back till they were consumed. I thrust them through, so they were not able to arise. They fell under my feet. For you equipped me with the strength of this battle. You made those who rise against me sink under me. You made my enemies turn their backs, and those who hated me I destroyed. They cried for help, but there was none to save. They cried to the Lord, but he did not answer them. I beat them fine as dust before the wind. I cast them out like the mirror of the streets. You delivered me from the strife of the people. You made me the head of the nations. People whom I had not known served me. As soon as they heard of me, they obeyed me. Foreigners came cringing to me. Foreigners lost heart and came trembling out of the fortresses. The Lord lives, and blessed be my rock, and exalted be the God of my salvation, the God who gave me vengeance, and subdued peoples under me, who rescued me from my enemies. Yes, you exalted me above those who rose against me. You delivered me from the man of violence. For this I praise you, O Lord, among the nations, and sing in your name. Great salvation he brings to the kings, and shows steadfast love to his anointed, to David and his offspring forever.
What small idols, comforts, habits, distractions tend to compete for your worship? Cell phones are I think that's like the biggest competitor, is just like any downtime or any like bored moment. It's like, pull up my phone. You know, I think like distractions in general are something that take away from our time that we could use for worship. Don't act like it ain't you. You use that phone.
I didn't say I didn't. No, that's the big one. Comforts, habits, strict. I mean, I think that would be it, because when it's like, even the past couple of weeks, like we haven't really tuned into like something like football and stuff like that. So like the TV isn't so much of an issue. Yeah, it's just like doom scrolling. Yeah. Basically what it is.
Yeah, I think it's just that downtime or like the boredom. Mm-hmm. It's almost like habit. Like I think so many times, like it's not like I'm like in my head like, oh, I wonder what this person's doing, or I wonder what is on my news feed. It's just like, it's literally habit. Yeah. Like just and like Caleb will ask me like, why do you always take your phone in the bathroom? Literally habit. Like it just happens. So I stuck a Bible in there and I'm like, let's use
we do a lot of like posting, obviously, this kind of stuff, so I've learned to like schedule post.
Yeah.
That helps out a lot.
Yeah.
And then just try to keep up on things that are going on in the faith community. That's always fun, because you could go down so many rabbit holes, and I think that gets me sometimes. But a lot of times I'll do that when I we're putting the kids to bed, and I'll get on my exercise bike, and I'll just either watch something that would be intriguing to me, or I might scroll and be like, hey, did you see this today, and stuff like that. But
yeah, it's not like we're like laying in bed together, like backs to each other and scrolling on our own. Like we're usually pretty engaged with what you're looking at, or we're looking up food. Where is God calling you to return and renew your obedience?
Working out.
Yeah, for me too. I think he's sparked it in me again. At least, like, I always was like, I need to. But now I'm like, I want to.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is obviously living where we do, like getting up in the morning and going because it's so cold. That's like the time for me to go is in the morning, because I don't want to go after work and the kids are up and everything. So like going in the morning, I think that's the hard one for me because right now like tomorrow's supposed to be negative 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Getting up and going is going to be rough, but it's just one of those things where like those little things that try to stop you, just overcoming like the comfort of being in your warm bed to get out and prepare the temple that is the Lord's. He dwells within us. So you could actually say that like working out is worship because you were preparing the temple of God. So like 1 Corinthians 9:27 or something like that. I think that's what it is.
How does Psalm 18 reshape your view of God when life feels unstable?
Hey, I was right. It is 9:27. But I discipline my body and keep it under control, at least after preaching to others. I myself should be disqualified. We've determined this quite a bit. We know that He is the rock of, like, the foundation of how we do things. That you can look at Matthew for that when he gives the parable of building your house on a rock versus building it on sand. When the storms come, if it's sandy, it's going to wash away. But if it's on rock, everything stays. I think you and I live that out pretty well. Like,
In mine, I have it like yours was deliverer. It says, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer."
verse.
2.
Oh.
Mine, the NLT says savior, and like I like both of those words, but I love it when like they have different words, but both are equally just great.
Fortress and my deliverer. Yep.
And I think it just reiterates like how David had like, everybody after him, and the world is after us also, but yet he's still so sure in the Lord's provision, his protection.
Yeah.
And, he rescues him. And
it says David has found the Lord to be a reliable defender against his enemies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess, Psalm 18 reshaped the view of God. I don't know. I guess it could reshape, but
yeah, like he is
reaffirms.
Like we talked about it today. Like Stephen talked about today how, we could be building our house to stay away from the thunderstorm over here out of sticks and stones. Mm-hmm. But if you go over here, there's God's fortress. Yeah. Why would you be so naive to stay in the house that you built when you have the fortress that God built for you? Yeah. That was beautifully said by him, and it actually extrapolates into what we did today. So that's it for day 18. Peace.